March 27th, 2:50 p.m. The postman delivered a message from the IMAGO MERI headquarters with an attached floppy disk and a little note that said go and make a beat. Couldn't say no, so I'm taking off my sound design hat and doing a cook-up video. Starting off with Zorro. This will be the backbone of our track. I don't want to lose any of these beautiful textures, so I'll automate the playback start to use all that ear candy in the sample. Now let's stretch it. Next we've got our boy Wallace. I know it wants to be a bass so badly, but not this time. A bit of delay to give it some grit. Now we've got Tim here. We'll turn it up a bit, and I think it will be a nice riser just before the drums come in later on. Next we've got Sam. I love the textures here. We're going straight into the granulizer with this one. Let's add some spookiness with the automation of the wet signal here. I'm bouncing a lot of things to audio to have some more freedom with manipulating all the sounds. It's way easier for me than having a million automation patterns. Now we've got Lyra. It's such a beautiful wailing sound, it's heading straight into the playlist. Time for Irene's Wardrobe, definitely a haunted sample. I'm going to use these textures to add some grooves to the main sample, and I'll probably layer it with a snare down the line. Now I've got Hashim, the guitar plug virtuoso. We're going to put this one through the good old trusted granulizer. And some spectral sand. Now we've got this droney gravazo sound. I think it will complement the Wallace lead a lot. Time for Frank the bass drone. I actually think this will sound great as a whistly lead. Let's slap a delay on it, and I think it would fit the second part of the sample perfectly. The last man standing from the tonal part of the pack is Fernando, a beautiful dubsteppy sub. We'll leave that for when the drums come in later on. Now it's time for the non-tonal sounds. We'll go through all of them now and get a nice groove going later on. Beautiful. Straight away we're using the offline texture as the base for our drums. I really want this groove to fade in and out a lot, like it's lurking in the background. Now that's definitely a cat. As I've said before, the snare just has to be layered with that Irene's wardrobe sample. To add some variation on the snare, I'll automate the form end. We'll use this snare as a support for the main one. Time for the kicks. Some spectral sand on the kick clusters we have before the legit one kicks in. The knife's length seems like a perfect open hand. I think I'll use the wet texture right before the melody kicks in. Now, let's get the hi-hat pattern going. Now time for the bass. Now we need to do the arrangement. I'm going to speed it up so you don't have to watch me make a million cuts and tweaks. And some last touches. And here's the final beat. And there we have it. Huge shoutouts to the guys over at IMAGO MERI for sending the pack through. If you're not tapped in, go watch their channel and check out the sample packs on their website. Everything they put out is incredibly inspiring. It's such a breath of fresh air in the music production community. All the sounds, visuals, and the philosophy behind the way they approach music is amazing, and I highly recommend staying up to date with everything they put out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.